your last chance to buy Bitcoin, sub 10K. Yes. No. Yeah. Bitcoin will get back to you on that. But I guess on this channel, we, and by we I mean me, have been expecting Bitcoin to be going lower now for a little while at least. Wow. How could you believe that about Bitcoin daily, etc., etc. How low is the real question? I know I'm going to get questions about it. I don't know if that duck survived. Now, the first tool we're going to employ in determining this very question is the FibFib. Now, I do struggle to call it its real name, which is the Fibonacci retracement tool, because it just sounds far too serious for what it does. For example, you guys know about this Fibonacci circle thing, how this mathematical pattern where you start counting numerically and it continues to add the previous two numbers together, and then this pattern is like all over nature. You can find it everywhere. It's even in our fingerprints, as though God was an artist and putting a little signature and everything. But yeah, the retracement tool isn't anything like that. But let's use it anyway. Now, it does use the same mathematical equation as before, except it divides the numbers and does it in the reversed order. The math doesn't actually matter. I don't understand it.
Very good.
What we are interested in using it for is hopefully finding support and resistance levels, using it as a tool to maybe make an educated guess on where our entry and exit point should be at a particular time. So we start by taking two extremes. This is where the first of a few major weaknesses come with this tool, where its use is subjective. 3 daily. On the monthly charts, the 3-day charts, daily charts, hourly charts. But in this case, we're starting where Parabola began, very early April, and ending at the top of this wick here, which was $13,937 according to BitMEX. We want to be using this tool as most others would, and I feel that this is probably one of the more popular use cases of it right now. These boxes divide the vertical distance from top to bottom, starting out at 0%, 23, 38, 50, 61, and 78, ending at 100%, which is going to help us plot our next move. Another obvious weakness is it doesn't mean anything. It's a numerical tool not founded in logical proof. But if enough traders are using it, then I feel it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy.
The prophecy is true.
So in that regard, it doesn't actually need to make any sense. You just need to know when it's saying something good or when it's saying something bad.
Run.
But let's get to the bottom line already. If Bitcoin is in a downward trend, and it currently is, then ideally you're looking for Bitcoin to bounce off of one of these lines or find support somewhere in the region beneath it. Now, taking a look at what happened at 38%, it was the support level for all of 2 days before it was broken, and then we started trading below it, matching up nicely with this new trend line. 50% might be the next target, which starts at $9,000, and the middle of this region being 8,400 thereabouts. That's interesting. Let's look at more tools. I'm about to make this very messy. Let's remove these for now, although the EMAs, in addition to the Fibonacci retracement tool, are used by day traders all the time. So if the 50-day EMA, which is colored in purple here, is not going to remain support, then you would possibly look to the 100-day as a support level. Why? Don't ask. No one has a good answer for you. But that is currently priced at the high 8,000s. Although, if Bitcoin was to fall to meet it, then this would repaint and would be slightly lower, maybe mid 8,000s. That's interesting. The Bitcoin CME futures market. Now, we discussed what weird phenomenon occurs here on a video recently. I'll try and link that for you below if you are interested. How all these gaps tend to be filled at a later date with almost a 100% success rate. But I did forget a meme that I really wanted to use on that video, and it loosely connected to filling of the gaps. So here you go. Anyway, the green boxes here represent gaps that were later filled. The glaring obvious one is the blue one, which starts at around $9,000 and ends at, let's say, $8,550, just to be safe. That's interesting. While not a great technical indicator, possibly one of the most powerful ones we have, in that I am wearing a t-shirt. That's interesting. You're starting to notice a pattern here. But this wouldn't be a true Crypto Daily video if I didn't try and confuse you a little bit. So here goes. Bitcoin markets are very easily manipulatable. Just because lots of indicators are saying or suggesting mid-8,000s does not mean Bitcoin is not actually going to go even lower than that, or even get that low in the first place. There you go. I hope that was useful. I just got to keep it real. And with all of that said, the market is still majority long. And they have been for a while now. So the markets are still primarily long. Lots of things are still looking positive. Bitcoin trading above most of the key moving averages. We do, however, have some help in getting Bitcoin down again from the United States, which I've talked about a bit recently, make Bitcoin $3,000 again. Either way, I'm not really sure what's going to happen. I just know I'm going to buy if we do hit mid-8,000s, not intended to be financial advice. Anyway, in the news generally, this sit-down lunch with Warren Buffett, at least I hope they sit down? A man who turned $10,000 adjusted for inflation, which he made renting pinball machines in his teenage years, into making eventually many billions. A man who does not like Bitcoin because it may seriously harm bankers, is having the opportunity to sit down with some cryptocurrency representatives in a bid to change his mind, possibly. So we are, of course, sending our very best, not Andreas Antonopoulos, not even Fiat Daily, but Justin Sun. Now, hilariously and quite indicatively of this space as a whole, Justin has had to delay the lunch. Now, he has cited health concerns as the reason why, but realistically, given Justin's track record, he's probably lying. Accusations that the Chinese authorities are detaining him from leaving mainland China over illegal fundraising, illegal gambling, sound far more plausible to me, actually. Justin will no doubt be upset about wasting $4.5 million on a winning eBay bid. It was literally sold on eBay for this lunch with him. Now, I don't know if he can get a refund. Did he use PayPal? You can do chargebacks on that, Justin. Anyway. Now, of course, it remains to be seen what will happen, but Justin now joins an elite group of crypto influencers who either can't or won't go to the United States. CEO of Binance, Changpeng Zhao, because of reasons. And, of course, all of the Bitfinex staff. Does John McAfee count? The Tron markets have not taken to this well at all, but in an interesting turn of events, turns out Justin is actually already in the States, and he wasn't lying. Fancy that. Anyway, breaking that mold is one Craig Wright, who voraciously, is that the right word to use here? Stepped foot onto American soil, went into the court as though he was the original and true creator of Bitcoin, as though he had nothing to hide whatsoever. And then quickly found himself in contempt of court. Oh dear, maybe he should have known better. Anyway, that's it from me today. Sorry about the t-shirt, it's like 30 degrees today, but I'll see you on the next one.